Another magical day. At least it's not freezing. I am grateful for that. Thank you so much, God. All right. Well, I mean, let's just get right down to it. It's Thursday night. Are you feeling all right? Right? Is what it is. We got a large cigar here. This is the number 60, it's called, in the Ashton um, aged Maduro. And it has the traditional Ashton white label. It's one of the older Ashtons, but is it still viable? Now, obviously, this wouldn't be my go-to size. It's a large gauge. I think it's 7 by 54, maybe 52. But if I had to guess, 54. If when we get any human souls here, um, maybe we could. Yeah, it's the number 60. It's definitely a Churchill, and it's a heavy Churchill. What's up? I think it's a 7 by. If I had to guesstimate, 54. If I was guessing. Um, Now, basically, similar blend to the Fuente Anejo. It's got an aged Connecticut broadleaf wrapper, great, beautiful looking cigar, and it's got aged Dominican Fuente tobacco. Really nice dark chocolate brownie going on there. It does not have, though, the slight magic the Anejo has, and not the full magic that the Opus X has. But very nice from the foot. By just smelling the foot, I would say you're probably en route for a good time. Now, I've never had this cigar in this size. Last time I had this cigar was over 6 months ago. No, about 6 months ago, when I was in Florida, and we reviewed the smaller size, and we had a great time. But I don't think I've even ever seen it in this big boy size. The Ashton Aged Maduro has been out for over 10 years. I think so. Don't quote me, but since I used to live in New York over 5 years ago, um, and I'm talking about I left 5 years. So shit, I remember that cigar back in like 2017 because I was driving advertisement trucks. Anyways, but the point is though, a long time ago, is what it is. Life, it is what it is. You know, you want to use soft, gentle heat. I can't stress it enough. At least it's not windy tonight. You don't want to hold the flame right to the foot because you almost want to have a little space so the fire can. See, I smelt the foot, and now finally, about 2 minutes later, the foot made me sneeze. If the foot makes you sneeze, the cigar is gonna please. I can't stress that enough. If the foot makes you sneeze, the cigar is gonna please. I can't stress that enough. That's a good sign. We're off to a good sign. Soft, gentle heat, just waking up this big boy cigar. Never had it in this size, and the size is the blend. We gonna like it as much as an Aho? I don't know. There's Fuente. Yeah. Does anybody talk about this cigar? No. Nobody cares. Is it still being made and being sold all over the world? Yeah. So it's a sleeper. Uh huh. It's a sleeper. It's smooth and chocolatey off the bat. We'll see how it holds up against cigars like the Liga Number Nine, which the Liga Number Nine is, you know, all intents and purposes. Going into that, that's going to be a stronger, heavier, spicier cigar and a more popular cigar. Very buttery, oily, very chocolatey, a very satisfying blend. There, I would say this is a very luxurious cigar. It is not a cheap cigar by any means, although it's not crazy, but it's a luxury cigar. You're talking about $15 Pennsylvania for this big fat boy Churchill, which in your area probably gonna see it over 20 or more. New York 35. What's up, FMC? Chicken palm, nice. TT, enjoy it. No, this was $15. No. Ashton is made by Fuente. This is high end Fuente. No, this was 15, and I'm in Pennsylvania, which has the best cigar price. This is not an $8 cigar. This is a $15 Pennsylvania cigar. So in California, probably like $30. I'm not joking. Yeah, it's what it is. Nobody has better cigar prices at shops or lounges than Pennsylvania. The price is the price. Everything's MSRP, unless the shop wants the gouts, but that's a personal issue. You go to New York, on top of MSRP, you got 75% just going to the state and then sales tax. So you're talking about 85%. And then they always throw more. I've never seen New York, the New York selling like regular Padron 26s for like Robusto for like $35. They're getting crushed. Well, don't buy at stores. You got to order online. First off, you got to go on Cigar Page. Go on Cigar Page. Sign up tonight on Cigar Page. And if you sign up on Cigar Page, you'll find some deals. And every day they post new deals. So go on Cigar Page, take it from there, and they'll have some darker cigars there, depending how cheap you want to go. But sometimes they have deals even on good cigars at a low price if you buy a 5-pack. So that's if you want to go real cheap, go on Cigar Page and just sign up. And every day they'll have new deals. And that's the best place. That's out of Pennsylvania, but that's online only shopping. And so, yeah, Cigar Page is the best for lowest prices. Yeah, Cigar Page. CIGARPAGE. They don't have the best selection. Like there are other websites that will have every cigar ever made. It's gonna be more pricing. Cigar Page, lots of times, whatever they have, but they move. When Cigar Page gets stuff in, it's like, yo, this is the deal. Maybe like 10 Monte Cristos for like $30, and you're like, yeah, okay, and I'm like a Toro, with the same cigars, the store is 12, 13, $14. So like, yeah, they got some good deals, but every day, watch them for a week and see what deals. But some deals they only have for a day, or they get sold out. Well, it is what it is. This is a very enjoyable cigar. Chocolatey, black pepper. People are running. There must be some kind of show in town. I don't know who's playing tonight. Down at the Kirby Theater. I will say this: that this is a medium strength cigar. I will say that this is very buttery smooth. I will say it is got nice character. I will say that I think it's a very good relaxing Maduro. Now, of course, if you got it in a shorter and a skinnier diameter, then it's going to be more intense. So, if you're expecting this to be as strong as the anejo, no. What's nice about this is I can smoke this thing in bed. You can smoke the cigar right after breakfast. Off the bat, I mean, we're medium shit. Of course, look how huge this is, 7 by 54. So it's gonna pick up, but I mean, it's burning slow. Well, it's got a very buttery, oily texture. Now that almost might bother some people. To me, it doesn't bother me. But if you want a very oily, buttery type cigar with some black pepper, some nuttiness, and some nice amount of like creamy um, milk chocolate, yeah, it's nice. But it's not a strong cigar. Delicious, yes. I can't tell if everyone's leaving the theater or there's a new show. And you know what? Right there, almost just a little bit of floral notes coming into the mix too. It is enjoyable. I think it's the kind of cigar not to rush. It's very thick tobacco, moving very slow, not strong at all, but full of flavor. A nice, delicious cigar. Um, Not a crazy blend at all. Not an exotic, an easy to love cigar. A cigar that's easy to love, good character, good quality. Look, if you like chocolate, black pepper, and nuttiness, um, and it's not that spicy, then you're gonna really, and I mean really beautiful and very buttery, oily texture. Finish is not super long or heavy, but the finish is there. No, I'll be honest. I did buy this cigar today. I would have liked to, and I had it out of the cellophane um, quite some time, quite some time, 4 hours, but I would have liked to let it dry out overnight. What you might dry out is just shed some moisture, baby. Um, I think I would have had even more, a little more smoke output. Although I don't think the cigar is super moist, but I would have liked to shed some moisture. Well, this is not a cigar that's going to be moving like hotcakes, especially in this size. Not a lot of people want to smoke this gigantic Ashton, chill Maduro cigar, but there's a place for this. It's a luxury product. It's beautiful. I know that for the most part, guys, when they want broadleaf though, and Maduro cigars, and a Connecticut broadleaf, um, they generally want a medium full or stronger. And that's not this cigar off the bat. This might be going for a classier market, guys playing golf. I don't know. The good thing about a cigar like this is you could do stuff. What I mean is because it's not so strong, if you could take this for a walk and relax, you could have conversation, not be like, oh my God, this cigar is making me seasick. Whatever. You're watching a movie, smoking a cigar. There's benefits to cigars that still have great flavor and that are dark and beautiful chocolate and a little bit of spice that aren't like blow out your chocha. I don't know what's going on outside the theater. Normally, the theater's clearing out by 9:30, 10 o'clock. Most time they have 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock shows, but everyone's still online out there. What the fuck is going on? No, prep medium plus right there is picking up just a little bit. We're about a solid inch in. And look, when you make a cigar that long, look, you're getting more of the leaf. When you the shortest you go on a cigar, you're getting less of the leaf. And the more you get of a leaf, the more you're going to get of the weaker part. Because the strongest part of the leaf, the stem side, is going to be right here by the cap. So it is what it is. You can't stress it enough. You're gonna get the longer you go with any blend, the more buildup you get. If that makes any sense. I have never seen so many people outside the theater. I don't know what's going on. It's a big commotion. I like the cigar. Very easy to love. I think as long as in your mind, here's the thing: you can't be disappointed by the cigar if you don't have your mind right. If in your mind you're like, oh, it's a Connecticut broadleaf Maduro cigar. If in your mind you wanted a strong cigar, it's probably going to disappoint you. But if in your mind you wanted like a posh, chiseled, luxurious, relaxing Maduro that you could just chill out with, just chill, man. Smoke it slow, take your time. Hold the smoke because it's very easy to love. There you go. I think you're gonna have a good time with this. You know what I'm saying though? Yeah, as long as you're looking to have a good time with a relaxing Maduro. Solid. Solid. Now, granted, I'll tell you right now, for my preference, for me, the shorter, skinnier version of this, which I had a while ago, that got right to it. And it was a more concentrated, intense flavor. But you're gonna get a lot shorter time. So it depends on what you want to do. You know, depends on what you want to do. A cigar is like a balloon. The bigger you want the balloon, the more the balloon's gonna stretch out. The thinner the material's gonna get. Does that make any sense? So the fatter and longer, the bigger you make a cigar, more it's gonna stretch out. Less concentrated. I just can't stress it enough. Picture the size of the cigar like alcohol. You want a 16-ounce beer? 2 shots of whiskey. You know, got 3 ounces of whiskey or 16-ounce beer. You want to chill with it and sip on the beer, or you know, slam on a shot. It's less liquid, right? It's more concentrated. When you go with because you're not tasting tobacco. No one's ever unless you're going to chew the tobacco. No one's ever tasted the tobacco on a cigar. You're tasting the smoke, which means you're tasting the leaves on fire. But you're not just tasting them. You don't just light the leaves on fire and taste it. It's got to get delivered through the cigar. And the bigger the hole, the less you feel. The skinnier your hole, the tighter it is for the smoke going through. It's more concentrated. And the closer it is to your face, the faster it hits you. So the shorter and skinnier the cigar, the more you're going to taste. I can't stress it enough. They got to be having a late 10 o'clock show. I've never seen them have a 10 o'clock show here, like ever, ever. Kind of crazy, kind of crazy, kind of crazy. Medium plus still, and a little bit of floral notes. Nice milk chocolate. That's the main note. There is some black pepper, some nuttiness, and the florals in the back end. All in all, I'd say it's a very delicious cigar, easy to love, not going to be exotic. It's just if you want a very buttery, oily, chocolatey cigar, well then fuck it. That kind of mood. It is class though. I mean, head to head, the Anejos is when I say the Anejo is the better cigar, it's better for me. The Anejo is stronger, richer, more complex. Um, so also, this is an old cigar. This blend, I think it comes from a different era or a pre-AJ time. I don't know how old this blend is. Is it 20 years? How long has the Ashton Maduro been around? A long time. Um, if you go back 10, 15 years ago, not a lot of cigars were blowing out your chocha. 15 years ago, yeah, not a lot of cigars are blowing out your chocha. 15, 20 years ago, I was still smoking cigars 20 years ago. How old was I? 21. It was a different time. Different time. Nobody was making cigars that like blow, on the regular, like all these, as a full brand or as a, a whole kind of like, oh yeah, we're gonna have a bunch of these cigars, full strength, blow your chocha, crazy cigar. No, it was a different market. So this would have been a dark, I don't know if you would call it a strong cigar back then, but the perception of what a Maduro is. Maduro is an extra aging process, and it darkens the leaves through piles of leaves being together with the heat, and they ripens the leaves, and you get a different texture and different, in a sense, chemical of the leaf. It gets released and becomes sweeter, more mature. And generally, though, they load those cigars now, especially with stronger tobacco to push that flavor. Well, this is not loaded with tons of very strong tobacco because it's being pushed at only a medium plus. Now, once again, if you go with a smaller gauge, you would be a little more intense. It's class. It's class, man. It's class. It's a class. It's a classy cigar. I think this cigar and like a Robusto or Corona, a great wedding cigar. You're at a wedding, you can go outside for a half hour, an hour. Corona, half hour. Robusto, 45 minutes. You're probably gonna smoke it fast at a wedding because you're gonna be buzzed by that point. I think it's that kind of vibe. It's a classy cigar. It's delicious though. It's not. It's very smooth. It's not acidic. It's not ammonia. There's no. It's very aged, and it's not high priming tobacco. I don't think in the filler or the binder. So it's got a very chill vibe to it, but it's got a lot of great flavor though. So as long as you want to hold a smoke and have a nice relax, like a hot tub cigar, you're like, oh yeah. Like this cigar is not going to make you shit your pants, Jimmy. No, AJ couldn't do this kind of cigar. No, no. It's the anti AJ. I'm gonna drop that ash. Or am I gonna drop the ash? It's got great front end construction. It's just a listen. It's a nice homage to the past, where guys were smoking classy, Maduro cigars. It's smooth. It's classy. There's nothing wrong with this. There's nothing wrong with this. It's classy. It's a. It's a. I'm happy the cigar exists. However, I think a lot of guys would smoke this and go, I would have rather had the Liga Number 9. I get that. Liga 9 was a good Like Next Evolution and Broadleaf, stronger than the Anejo. Like Anejo will be stronger than this. And then the League of Number 9 be stronger than Anejo. And then after that, AJ's like, yeah? Want to shit your pants? And like a year later, AJ's like, you want to shit your pants twice? AJ's like, you want to be committed to an insane asylum because you can't hold your shit? AJ, that's too much AJ. AJ just shoots the guy with a 44 Magnum. Anybody else? Like AJ's too AJ. AJ keeps on like topping AJ. AJ can't stop. AJ can't stop. AJ can't stop. There is a lot of pretty women over there. I don't know what concert's on tonight. Could somebody Google what's going on at the Kirby Theater in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania tonight? There must be a big show. It's a young, hip crowd with a lot of chocha. Who's playing tonight at the Wilkes-Barre Theater? I'm sorry, at the Kirby Theater in Wilkes-Barre. I've never seen a show this. I thought they leave at 10. Very delicious. If you smoke this in the house, you wouldn't piss anybody off. It's very delicious, very aromatic, it's a very nice, you know, it's a very nice cigar. This is not plugged in. I thought it was plugged in. Oh, it was plugged in. Okay. Anyways, yeah. Viola? Who's Viola? Is that what you looked up? I don't know. Just a lot. The disco biscuits? I like cigars. Who's the disco biscuits? Tickets $35. No, I'm gonna go smoke this in the theater. The disco biscuits. There's a lot of people over there. There's a guy out there with like a disco ball jacket. I'm not joking. He's like a gold disco ball jacket. He's got to be the disco biscuit. It's a very bright jacket. Maybe the show's over and everyone's just hanging out. But I've never, when the show ends here, I just see people walk to their car. Yeah, I should go to the show. Yeah. I'm not going to go to the show now. I smell like Ashton aged Maduro. You know what I'm saying, though? You're going to go to a show, you want to go before you have a cigar. You want to be fresh. Okay, so the show is over. Everyone's just hanging out, though. I've never seen people hang out after a show here. So it is what it is. So the show's over. Yeah, people taking pictures. I don't know. The Disco Biscuits? Who the fuck is that? The group is four white dudes. That's like 90% of bands. The group is four white dudes. We're gonna get rid of that ash. Ash is solid on this thing though. Ash doesn't want to go. Typical Fuente quality, but let's drop that ash. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see what else we got here. What do we got here? That's right. This woman here. This woman here. This woman here says that E. coli is healthy for you. And she's at a cow farm. And she's eating cow shit, drinking raw milk. And she says it's a good colon cleanse. Bro, I almost threw up watching this video. It's a video. This woman is eating a piece of fresh cow shit. She says when you eat when you get the E. coli from the cow shit, it will cleanse your body and you cleanse your body if you survive. My goodness. Can you imagine your stomach within about 2 minutes after eating fresh cow shit? Uncle Larry, though, she's eating fresh cow shit and then drinking raw milk. She says it's good to cleanse out your colon. Bro, if you're eating fresh cow shit, oh God, imagine your stomach. Your stomach's like, what? Mm. And just in case, if you don't believe me, here's a picture of the piece of shit. Yeah, yeah, she put a piece of shit. She's like, and that's actually a pretty big piece of shit. That's enough. I would say it's a solid bite. She took a piece of shit and she's like, yeah. You know what she said? Honestly, it doesn't taste that bad. She's like, honestly, didn't taste that. Bro, this is a sick woman. Bro, people are eating shit on TikTok. Sodomites. I can't, eating shit. What kind of world are we living in? My God. There are bitches out there eating cow shit to clear out their colon, to clear it out. You guys, you can eat prunes. Oh, man. Imagine this. Imagine eating the cow shit. False. That's a pass for me, man. That's not fresh. In other sacrilegious news today, we had these sodomites here. You could guess which community they came from, and they said, you know what we needed? They're like, we needed a real hip Mother Mary. So they took a Mother Mary statue and are covering it with disco ball mirrors because they wanted a disco ball Virgin Mary. How sacrilegious. Why don't you go to a temple, a synagogue, or a mosque and take some of their religious paraphernalia, not paraphernalia, but religious items, you know, and cover it with a disco ball and play, 451 music and see what happens. And see what happens. See what happens. See what happens. It's sacrilegious. Mm. There's no fucking respect in this town no more. The people lost their minds. There's nothing sacred anymore. You listen, you want to go out and do stupid shit? Go out and do stupid shit and don't take videos of it. But being this sacrilegious, what's next? You're gonna take Jesus on the cross and cover it in diamond studs and make a disco Jesus? Like, it's sacrilegious, man. What the fuck is wrong with you? What's wrong with people? What's wrong with people? So, growing up in New York, somebody did that, bro. The local guys from the neighborhood, no. Now that shit was gonna happen because I don't care hanging out with the toughest guys in the neighborhood, at a cigar shop, or or at a bar. There were things that you just didn't cross. You respected the local churches. You respected, a pastor or a priest. There were things that were like, hey, over there, you're not going to go over there and disrespect certain things. It was because those places where children have baptism, places where people have funerals, places where people get married, things that used to be sacred. There's nothing sacred anymore. There's nothing sacred anymore. We are in a complete degenerate time. I got bitches eating cow shit. I got 451 sodomites making disco ball Mother Mary. What? What is going on? What is going on? Oh, I know what's going on. Sodom and Gomorrah. What else we got next? Well, Gene Hackman didn't die today. Gene Hackman's been dead for weeks, and so has his wife been dead for weeks, and apparently they're mummies. It said Gene Hackman's wife found mummified, and no one's seen the couple for a couple of weeks. What the fuck happened at Gene Hackman's house? Yeah, Uncle Larry, it, the good thing is a society that we're in right now can't last that long. We're gonna have a reset. You know what I'm saying, though? You can't have a society without some ground rules. Some things that are off limits, some things that, just like yourself, you should have some ground rules for yourself. Have some respect for yourself. Any person that has respect for themselves wouldn't be eating cow shit, let alone taking videos of it and putting it on the internet. You know, people don't even respect themselves. Your body is a gift from God on temporary loan. He lets you manage it, and the better you manage it, the longer you get to keep it. Now, Gene Hackman, rest in peace. He was a Marine veteran, so Semper Fi, brother. Rest in peace. He lived a good life. I think he was in his 90s. He lived a long life. But what happened to Gene Hackman and his wife died? How did his wife die? Was it a murder suicide? Maybe they died together. Like maybe he died and she just overdosed. Maybe she took some pills and said, I can't live without my husband. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Uncle Larry. I'm not a conspiracy guy, but maybe the fact that they've been dead for weeks, maybe the caretaker, like maybe for example, maybe this guy, he died, he's old. Maybe the wife got murdered, and maybe whoever was taking care of him, we're going to see an investigation if it comes out public. Was somebody in the family, were they taking his money and assets? Because how the hell, nobody knows you're dead for 2 weeks? I mean, the guy's a millionaire, he's rich, you know? And also, his wife is only 60. She doesn't have any friends or family that in 2 weeks, hey, is this person okay? I mean, if Gene got murdered, I mean, it'd be kind of crazy at his age. But I mean, you know, you got to always say who benefits, right? And obviously he's got money, so there's a big motive. So I would look at the family and the caretakers and the close friends, and look at the assets. I'm sure he had Rolexes and nice stuff and nice clothes and nice jewelry. So I you look into that, see what he had. Look at the local pawn shops, because maybe someone that came to work in the house, or maybe the caretaker's like, hey, and maybe, for example, what if Gene needed a caretaker, and what if the wife caught the caretaker stealing, killed the wife, Gene dies because he can't take care of himself? Do you know what I'm saying, though? Dude, the guy was making movies for 50 years. I mean, he was in the first superhero movie, Superman. Yeah, no, one of the greatest actors of the modern era. Yeah, I mean, great actor. He had a couple of cowboy movies, Unforgiven, The Quick and the Dead. Um, he had The Enemy of the State with Will Smith. That was a solid movie. The original cop movie with the dirty cops, the French Connection and the French Connection 2, solid movies. He was the best Lex Luthor in Superman 1 and 2. Um, he's just a great actor. Was a great actor, and it was what it was. So rest in peace. But there is foul play there. I think his wife either committed suicide or his wife got murdered, and somebody stole their assets. That's my thinking on that. That's my thinking on that. Next at 10, they got pirate cruises now. You and 12 of your buddies can rent a room on a pirate ship with unlimited beer and rum. I don't know if any other entertainment will be there, or cannons, or ladies of the evening, but you could get shit faced on a pirate cruise. Here's the thing about a pirate cruise. That sounds really fun for like 3 hours. You don't want to spend 3 days on a pirate ship. Like, because I can't stress it enough, it's gonna get degenerate quick. If everyone yeah, yeah, yeah. If everyone if because listen, pirates is a mindset. And what is the pirate mindset? Yeah. That's it. Yeah, you know, just a guy with like six musket pistols, a wooden leg, a hook for a hand, and a parrot on his shoulder. This guy's living a hard life. Mistakes will be made again. So pirates, I don't think pirates really are worried about tomorrow. You don't ever see pirates having a normal day. Pirates do pirate shit. So that sounds like a crazy time. The cigar just keeps on getting better. We're at a still solid medium full, rich chocolatey, buttery oiliness. Um, the finish is not super long or heavy. It's not a real strong cigar. It's a great cigar though. Anyone could enjoy this. You could enjoy this for breakfast. Medium plus, 70% darkness. Um, Beautiful milk chocolate though. Some black pepper and nice cedar. It's really nice. It's a really classic uh, chill Maduro, which has its place. Although my favorite size is in a smaller size. But in this big size here, if you want to relax by a campfire, this would be a nice campfire cigar, chilling out and talking to people because the cigar isn't so enjoyable, but it's not going to get in the way. It's the stronger cigar is, if that's what you want, great. But the cigar is demanding your attention. Picture the strength of a cigar like volume. When a song is so loud, you can't focus on anything else. You're at a rock concert. But if you're at a jazz club, you could be like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Huh? That guy is playing the fucking xylophone. Yeah. What about the guy with the triangle? Ding, 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 ding. I don't know. So it is what it is. Yeah, the cigar has its place. Enjoyable. What else we got next? Next at 10. Scientists are saying that milk from cockroaches is better for you. They're saying it's 4 times as nutritious. Guys, I can't stress it enough. The post apocalyptic world that's about to happen. Look, guys, TikTok is a psyop by all governments, not just the Chinese government, CIA, they're all connected. So when they're recommending eating cow shit to clear out your E. coli, clear out your stomach, and recommending cockroach milk, guys, we're 2025 is not looking too good, guys. Guys, we're about to collapse. How much cockroach do you got in you? You want to drink cockroach milk? It's good for you. Got milk? Hey, you know what I like on my Cinnamon Toast Crunch? A 2% cockroach milk. Now available at 7-Eleven. We're heading towards it. We're heading towards it. We're heading towards it. What do we got next? Well, here's the thing. I remember as a kid, my mother taking me to water parks, Six Flags, Splish Splash. And my mother, she was at a water park. She may be wearing like sweatpants. Or, if your mother was going to go in the pool with you, she'd wear a one piece full bathing suit. But when she got out of the pool, she'd put on a summer dress, a sundress over it because she had class. I'm not saying this woman is not a beautiful woman because she is. But what in the fuck is going on at water parks? What is happening? What is happening? Can you imagine the other kid? Can you imagine the other kids' fathers and the mother, the hatred? Imagine all the fat moms just like looking at this woman, and all the dads are like, "Oh no, my wife's gonna kill me," bro, bro. That's a lot of cake. Like honestly, I think this should be illegal in front of children. This is too perverted. Like if it's an adult park, hey, wear what you want. But you're gonna wear this in front of little kids? If it was a grown man, wouldn't it be indecent exposure? Bro, this is too much cake for you can't have this kind of cake in front of kids. Because see, if this wasn't a kids park, you'd be like, yeah, pretty women around. But around kids, see, there's nothing sacred no more. You know what I'm saying though? It's not the sake. It's why when you go to a nightclub, you got to be like 18 or 21 to get in because it's an adult party. This is not right in front of kids. This kind of behavior in front of what is this teaching children? Hey, it's my mom. Wow, your mom's got a great ass. I mean, literally, that's the problem. So I'm not against women wearing a bikini. I'm not saying that. But holy shit, she's dressed like a fucking stripper in front of children. It's degenerate. It's degenerate. And she's doing it on purpose because she's making money on TikTok. So it is what it is. There was a phrase that's a crime. It's called delinquency of a minor. Delinquency of a minor. He said, like, dude, this wasn't happening in 1987 at the local pool in Medford, New York. This wasn't happening when my parents brought us to a local pool or my uncle's house to go swimming. There was no mommies like this. What mother would walk around like this? Holy shit. Holy shit. It would never happen. Oh, my mom is here. That's your mom? And that's what I'm just saying, though. Why is everything in our society, like I said, if you're at a pool and they're serving alcoholic drinks and it's for adults, it's like a nightclub, day club for adults, that's different. But in front of the kids is not in front of children, this is not right. I can't condone that kind of behavior. It is what it is. What do we got next? Well, this guy was on a financial show and he was asking for some advice. And he's like, well, what kind of debt do you have? And he said he's got $300,000 in credit card debt from sports betting. What kind of credit? Bro, how do you have $300,000 in credit card debt from sports betting? I'm guessing he bet on the Chiefs. At that point, you got to declare bankruptcy because, bro, how do you have over $250,000 in sports betting debt, bro? You're lucky it's on a credit card because if you owe the mafia 50 grand and you didn't pay, you're dead. I guarantee you there's been more than one person killed for a 50 grand debt they couldn't pay to the mob. 20 grand. 5 grand. Maybe they just cut you off. But then again, that's still a lot of money. Is it worth a murder charge for $1,000? Probably not. But 300 grand? Bro. Bro, if you owe Big Tony 300 large, bro, you're not making out of this, man. What's going to happen is this. If you owe 300 grand to the mob, they're going to make it real simple. They're going to bring you one of their guys that has a legitimate insurance business. They're going to take out a life insurance policy on you. Then after whatever it is, 6 months or a year, however long that takes, so that way it doesn't look suspicious, you're going to have an accident. And the beneficiary is going to get that money. I can't stress it enough. If you owe 300 large, you're not escaping that. What are you going to do? Skip town? You know? Yes. Yeah, you're not going to get away with it. It's too much money. 300 large. 300 large. You think after like 50 grand, he's like, do I got a problem? Next at 10, they recently found a cave drawing from like 3,000 to 4,000 years ago, they said. I'm not sure what's happening in this cave drawing. Well, there's an ambulance at the theater now. Well, somebody did drugs. How is there an ambulance at a theater when the show's over? What the hell is happening? Anyways, he said, I hope one is a woman. That girl's she's got a lot of cake. I mean, that's a holy cow. I mean, Maduro. Yeah, it's got to be. It's what? Uh, what is happening, Uncle? Yeah, what is happening? But honestly, that woman is bigger than the man. Look how big that woman is. She has a longer torso and she has long arms. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a big woman. Then again, that guy's tall though. Look, I mean, oh, what the fuck was going on back then? I don't know. What do we got next at 10? We have a giant woman we got a 7-foot tall woman at Starbucks. And she's wearing this. Holy shit, that's a big bitch. Damn. If she farted, my eyes would blow out of my socket. This girl's 7 feet tall at Starbucks. You know she's getting a venti. That's a big, big woman. seven. Where do you find a 7-foot woman? Holy shit! Just in case you don't believe me, holy cow! And you got about a 6-foot tall man. Is this girl 8 feet tall? She can't fit in the door. Holy, look at that. This is a full size man. That's a regular dude. 5'10", 6 feet. What the hell? Her cheeks are almost at his face. Holy shit. My God. The, the Giants are coming back. Imagine this. Whoa. That thing will break you. I don't know. I, that's whatever it is. It's too much. It's Uncle Larry. That's dangerous. Look at the size of her leg. I mean, holy shit. Her chocha is above a grown man's belly button. My goodness. Holy cow. Wowza. That guy's trying to keep it cool. He's like, yeah. That's a scary woman. Bro. All I know is, bro, that mattress wouldn't recover, man. That bed's gonna break. Holy cow, right? That's not gonna make it. That's not gonna make it. What else we got next? Well, I was watching this scientific video and I only took a screenshot of it. And they're saying that nicotine destroys nanotech technology. So all the stuff and the graphene they put in all these shots, they're saying nicotine destroys it. Maybe that's why I never get sick. Tobacco, baby, cigars. It destroys nanotechnology. That's right. I can't stress it enough. Nicotine is the cure. Nicotine and sunshine. Getting fresh air and cigars is better than most medication. I can't stress it enough. I really can't stress it enough. I really can't. Wow. Nicotine is destroying the nanotech. What do we got next? Well, there, there used to be a time in New York City where it was illegal to get a 2-liter soda delivered. Do you remember that time? About 10 years ago? I'll say it again. They were allowed to deliver 20 ounces. So that way you could buy a bunch of 20-ounce Coca Colas. But they made 2 liters illegal in New York City to deliver with pizza or Chinese. You remember that time? Why? Because they get 5 or 10 cents per bottle. So if you chop it up and now you got to buy 4 20 ounces, now you're quadrupling your 5 or 10 cent tax on each bottle. More plastic, baby, more money. But it was for your safety. It was for your safety. Remember that? You remember that? Yeah. Remember the time where the mayor of New York said, we got to get rid of these 2 liters? I mean, the story never ends. It's the same thing every day. They just think of dumber and stupid stuff. It is what it is. What can I say? I'm just a guy in a Corolla. What can I say? We got anything else? Anything funny? Whoa! I don't know if I have to make a comment about this. I can't even. My goodness. It's a princess. It's a princess holada. A whole lot of ass. My goodness. I mean, come on. Most guys would. I mean, most guys would. If it was fresh, most guys would, I think. I think most guys would. He said, you can't carry this one though. You can't put this one over your shoulder. You will dislocate your shoulder. That's a lot. There's no chance of pulling out on this. If she's on top and you're like, oh, get off me, babe. Too late. She ain't getting up. She is, or you better wear a Jimmy because if she, my goodness, wow, wow, whoa, what was that song? Like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Whoa, well, that's a whoa. I don't know what to say. I mean, but that's the point of no return. That's not happening in the Corolla. That's not even going to happen like in a queen size bed. You better get the California King. That's a lot. I think that's a challenge that most men would probably pro- most men would probably take. One small step for the Corolla, one huge step for the lounge, and that's that. And that's that. What else we got? Well, guys, don't worry. They even got Arabic women on OnlyFans now that are posting on TikTok. I can't stress it enough. They're not allowed to show anything, but yeah, I think this is what they call haram. But this is on TikTok. It's like, guys, you're looking for those horny Arab women from Lebanon? Call 1-800 HARM HARM. I don't know. But guys, that's it. Sodom and Gomorrah is not just happening in America or England. It's even listen, when Sodom and Gomorrah is happening like in Arabic countries, you know it's the end of time. Um, yeah. I was shocked. That's a lot for that area because they're not even allowed to show their face. It's a lot. That might be the most shocking thing I ever showed on this channel. Wow. Next at 10, Arabic women saying, forget it. Whatever. I don't know. This girl here. What's happening here on TikTok? Well, this girl here was trying to show the choach, but she's so thick you could barely see. What? Why is this happening? Why is this happening on TikTok? Am I allowed to show my balls? I don't understand. But if you're a woman, you could do whatever you want, right? There's no laws against in public or whatever. And well, that's a thick girl. That's a I don't know. Not that it is. You see, you got the post gooch, and y- she's so thick that it's connected. But you got the rear Gucci. That's the rear gooch. Women are allowed to show their rear gooch on TikTok and get paid for it. I'm not promoting this behavior, but what I'm trying to say is we're living in Sodom and Gomorrah. And when people, man or woman, are allowed to show their rear Gucci on TikTok or Facebook or YouTube, um, I think there's a problem with society. When I was growing up, you weren't allowed to show your rear Gucci in public. They're showing the rear Gucci. What? There's no class. There's just no class. There's no class, and that's all the news I got. that's that's all the news I got. I hope you're updated with the state of this world, the fallen world we live in. I'm not promoting this behavior, but I'm exposing it. This is what I see every day on TikTok and YouTube and Facebook. Um, you could be looking up videos how to make chocolate chip cookies, and you'll see that. Like, yeah, you like chocolate chip cookies? What about this Gucci? You want to see the Gucci? You're like, no, I was trying to make chocolate chip cookies. Oh, you want some Gucci, huh? And you're like, no, I don't know why we're seeing this. So it is what it is. I think the cigar is a very desirable cigar as long as you want a smooth, creamy, milk chocolatey cigar with nice nuttiness, nice black pepper, nice cedar, a little bit of floral notes, great construction, slow burn. You're gonna get a great time out of this thing. Um, and I've been huffing on it. Um, and the flavor and the finishes get a little heavier, a little longer. Not that spicy, a little black pepper, but it's easy to love. Um, this isn't my favorite size, though I'm glad I had it in this size. Um, you could get an hour and a half out of this thing easy, and I was smoking fast on it. If you chill out on this thing, you could smoke 2 hours. It's going to be a 4.6. It's an enjoyable, and I think it's a very delicious cigar. As long as you're not looking for a real strong Maduro, it's a viable option, I think. Yeah, yeah. Because what I'm worried about, Uncle Larry, is like there. This is behavior, like you said, used to be only on those DVDs or on an internet website or back in the day in a Playboy magazine. It was part of society being degenerate, but it was hidden because we knew it was degenerate. Now they're normalizing degenerate material. If once they normalize degenerate material, that will become normal? Then what will be degenerate? So what happens is when you change degeneracy and you make it normal, there still has to be something degenerate. Once you normalize and they're normalizing this, people are gonna go, yeah, so what's degenerate? Something even worse. Once you make um a certain type of evil normal, then now a greater evil has to come in. It has to be. It has to be. Almost like the gateway drug theory. And I'm not saying, grass, marijuana should be illegal, but no one should get arrested for that. At the same time, generally people that don't smoke weed are also probably not going to smoke marijuana. But most people that are doing heroin have also probably smoked a lot of marijuana. So I'm not against, but a lot of people that just smoke weed is just that's that. But I'm just saying though, um, when you got people showing their rear Gucci in public, or women, there was another one. I didn't even take a screenshot. There was a woman that was saving. She had a cup, a glass jar that from men, and she's like, "Oh, I keep it in the freezer." And she's like, "I want to get it full, and then I'm going to drink it on the internet." And she's happy about it. So, like when this is normal behavior, yeah, I'm going to talk about it and say this is wrong. This is not good behavior. We're as a society, we're off course. When I was growing up, nobody was doing that. Not in public. Are you kidding me? No woman, her family would shame. I just don't know how much more degenerate we could go. You know, the pendulum has shifted so crazy. We're such a diabolical generation that what else is there? You know what I'm saying though? And I can say this: there is a direct correlation with the price of eggs going up and degeneracy. The greater price of eggs, the more degenerate people act. Somehow, degeneracy is affecting the egg price. I don't know how, but that's a true statement. When I was younger, eggs were cheap and people weren't showing their rare Gucci. You couldn't do it like that. You have to, go to a specialized place. It's, you, you couldn't be on national TV showing your Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Regular TV. Next at 10. Here's my Gucci. I mean, you got the girl that's she's having sex with 1,000 guys a night, over 1,000, and this is on news. Oh, so how was it? I'll tell you what. The first 316 was pretty rough. After that, we really got into stride. By about 750, though, I started getting a little bored. My leg was going numb. What a delicious cigar. I can't stress it enough. If you want a very milk chocolatey cigar, a dessert like cigar with some black pepper, not really earthy, some, not really that spicy, but some black pepper with not a super long heavy finish, but has enough finish. Nice aromatics, a little bit of cedar, a little bit of floral notes. It's just a pleasant in this size, 7 by 54, enjoyable. 4.6. Right there with the medium full though. Nice. We're getting into our last third. So in classical Fuente tradition, we are getting some transitions, which is nice. It started off at medium in the 7-inch mark, and then hung out most of the cigar medium plus, and now we're getting towards the last third here, definitely in the last third, and now we're at a gentle medium full. So that's nice. The chocolate note is getting bolder. The finish now is getting heavier and longer. The cigar got a little darker, about 75% darkness, and the black pepper increased. So that's very nice. So if you got the cigar maybe in Robusto and started it off at 5 inches, you know, when you get to the 3 inch mark, it's going to pick up faster. So maybe the Robusto on this might be the most solid one, but you still get plenty of time. Because I'll tell you what, it's a slow burning cigar. I have never tried the Goldie. That's the one of the more expensive La Polinas, and I've only seen them in Florida. I have not seen like La Polina cigars really here in Pennsylvania at the lounges. Definitely enjoyable cigar. I definitely can recommend it. And I think Uncle Larry, if Page has him on at a good price, it might be worth trying. Although I'm not sure what kind of prices are we talking about. What kind of price are we talking about, my friend? 180 for 10. That's not cheap, but that's cheaper than they were selling them at the store. The Goldies at the store were, I think, in the 20s, and I think more than just 20. If I recall correctly, the Goldies were coming in for a high. Like I remember the Goldies be costing more than regular Opus. Here's the thing, Uncle Larry. That's a lot of money still. If I haven't reviewed it, and to buy a box, what if it's not worth it? You know what I'm saying though? I you know I don't know because La Polina is a brand with so much scale. Because there's some really cheap La Polinas, like $5-6. They're okay, but so you can't say the whole brand is some top notch brand. There's a lot of play, and there's a lot of mid tier La Polina, the Nicaraguan ones, but I have not had the high end La Polina like that. Yeah, that's the thing. So it's still a risk though. And here's the thing, Uncle Larry. Here's the thing about that price. Even at that price, it's still $18 a stick. That's more expensive. You could get Padron 64s in Pennsylvania at a lounge for $15 for a Toro. You could get Padron 26s for like $18 for a Toro. You could get like Opus X for probably around 20. at a lounge. So I'm sure it's good. We could probably blindly say that, right? Maybe. Um, but at that price point is a lot of competition. Like, is it really going to be better than Liga number nine? You can get Liga number nines for cheaper than that. I could buy Liga number nines. I could buy a Toro at a lounge here for 15.99. So $18, even though it's online and cheaper, that's a lot of money. So how good could it be? Maybe it is amazing, but it's still at that price point, you're talking about when you get to around $20, that's top tier cigars, in my opinion. For me, at that price point, I probably would go with something. When I might say more reputable, what I mean is something I know. Because if you spend that kind of money, I want something guaranteed. I would get Liga number nine, a Padron 26 Maduro. Um, You know what I'm saying? Though something like that. That's just my opinion, though, because that's not cheap. But it would be great to try one. I would definitely try one of them. You know what I'm saying? Though there's very few cigars that I would want a whole box of. It's different for me because I'm reviewing. But if I wasn't reviewing, to buy a whole box of cigars for me, I better really fucking love that cigar. So it is what it is. Yep. The cigars today got a nice solid medium full, beautiful chocolate, black pepper. It's not all the notes are the same. It just got stronger. Finish is getting very long and heavy. On that note, Uncle Larry, I'm gonna take off here. I'm gonna get going. I wish everyone here the best. Thanks for everyone watching the show. And if you're not watching this live, you're watching it tonight or tomorrow. I wish you the best. Stay fresh. I hope society comes back to some type of normalcy where people aren't showing their Gucci. Like, come on, there's no decency. Don't eat cow shit. Eat your prunes. Limit your alcohol content. Um, and don't do drugs. Tents are for camping. I'll see you around, guys. God bless.